everybody. Welcome to Sunday afternoon DOOGER. Let me know. I think the music might be a little too loud currently. Hi guys. How are we all doing? I'm quiet or the music's quiet? I'm quiet. Bobbity boopy. Mike seems quiet. I cannot catch a break. This is not, I'm not coming at you. I'm coming at my audio system. All right. Is that better? Bobbity boopy. Ding dang dorng. Okay, great. Hi, Summer. Summer, to answer your question, yeah, I'll be starting at 11 a.m. my time. I'm back to my normal schedule since summer's done. Not you, Summer. Life, Summer. Okay. We're gonna play a thing tomorrow. And I was like, what do you want to play? And Summer was like, it's your turn, bitch. You choose a game. So I will. I promise. Weren't you gonna swap back to your old mic? Yeah, once I have a sound mixer again, I will be swapping back to my old mic. A sound mixer, I think, would help a lot. It adds new complications, but like, if I can get it set up properly, it'll make my life going forward easier. So, yeah, they're just expensive, that's all. Because the last like 3 weeks, Jesse's been like, why does my audio suck so bad on Geekenders? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't changed anything. So I have no idea. Love your nail color. Thank you. It's peeling off very badly, but I also like it. I thought you bought a new one a while back. No, I talked about buying a new one. I haven't actively bought it yet, though. I do that thing where there's a big purchase that I know I need to make, and I file it away as like, I should really buy that. I need to buy that thing. Thank you, Summer. Yeah, it's not like a drastic difference, but I like the like layers in it and stuff so much better than what I had going on, so. Timbre, 100 months. No, 100 gifted subs. I misread it. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. They've gifted a total of 100 subs to our channel, which is crazy. So thank you so much. I misread that. It's still awesome. I thought I time traveled. It is a lot, isn't it? Thank you so much. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Everybody that was gifted a sub. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. And thank you for being a premium memer. I also appreciate that. You were worried it was old lady before, but it settled. Yeah. Well, because I think I was explaining it on stream, but like the way that, what the hell was that noise? The way that she styled it to like, she sort of like curled all of it under and like styled it very, not as ratty as I tend to be in my daily life, because she was like, I just want to, if I style it the way I know you're going to style it, or like to have it look the way that it'll probably look with you normally, I won't be able to tell if it's even on both sides. So she was like, it's gonna look really, you know, just so that I can make sure everything, that it's not like one side's really short and one side's really long or something crazy. And I was like, okay, great. I was like, but the only issue now is I don't know if I'm going to need to style this. Am I going to need to style it? And she was like, I'm hoping that I've cut it in a way where when you come out of the shower, it'll basically look the way that you're wanting it to. And I was like, that would be incredible if that was true. And it was mostly true. So, very happy. I don't know. Cutting hair is witchcraft, dude. I don't know how it works. I used to cut my own hair for years when I was in university, and I didn't want to like go to anyone to get my hair cut. I would just cut it. And I got so used to my hair just being bonkers. There are tons of people that cut their hair at home and crush it and are able to like have it totally make sense. I just got used to my hair not making any goddamn sense, you know? Thank you. Yeah, I like more androgynous haircuts for sure. If I went to a barber now for the first time in 25 years, I would have to ask, excuse me, do you cut monsters? Did I miss any good goofs? No, we haven't really goofed yet. We haven't really embraced any goofs so far. So you're good, you're good. Oh my God. It feels like every time I go to look at like, because I look at tutorials for how people cut their hair at home, and almost every time somebody's like, I just do the Brad Mondo butterfly cut. It's in every comment section, regardless of the hairstyle. Why? Why? Oh yeah, I did say Summer was done while Summer was in chat. So there was that. Sobs. Not you, Summer. You're never done. Dabs. Remember on Geekenders when Danny was like, yeah, I think I started not really connecting with what people younger than me were doing anymore when dabbing became a thing. And Jesse was like, yeah, Dodger. Don't you hate dabs? I think it's called the butterfly cut. What the fuck is that noise? I think it's called the butterfly cut. The Brad, I think Brad Mondo is a haircutting YouTuber. And there's an at-home cut that I think is called the butterfly cut. But it's where you like section your hair off into 2 sections and cut them a certain way while they're in ponytails. I don't know. It's meant to be like an easy way to give yourself layers, I guess. Dabbing so cringe. Cringe is dead. Cringe is dead. Bro. Shout out to everybody else who was like an insane Sonic fan as a child or as an adult. When when the new Sonic trailer came out and everyone was like, can I draw my Sonic OCs again? I'm alive. Bro, I'm alive. I love it so much. Everyone posting about how much they love Shadow the Hedgehog and redrawing their Sonic OCs. What a blessed time. I'm so happy. It's been so great. I love it. God, I love Shadow. Mm-hmm. I was never super into Shadow, but I love people who are, because it's such a like unapologetic, like, I don't know. I love Sonic. I just wish he was edgier. Never mind. You know, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Knuckles was always my dude. And the Chaotix. I was super into Espio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was, for anybody who somehow missed this era of the internet, there was a period of time where everybody was posting drawings of like an original character set in the Sonic universe. And it became a thing where it was like, if you can imagine it, there is a Sonic OC of it, right? Like somebody's drawn that thing, but Sonic. And now we've come back around. And I'm just so happy. Because it started the like, not started, but there was a big conversation around the like how funny and also like great it is that most kids that got really into Sonic were like, if I was in Sonic, right? Like if I was in Sonic the Hedgehog, this is what I would look like, and this is what I would be good at, and this is how I'd help the team. And like so many people on purpose or by accident would like concoct a Sonic character. It's great. I love it. I wish that at some point I had drawn my Sonic OC, because I don't think I ever did. And if I did, those pictures are lost to time because my mom has gone through like all of my old drawings that I kept, and none of them were Sonic flavored somehow. Lots of Vegeta pictures. Apparently that's when I started getting much better about keeping shit. So when I was starting to draw Dragon Ball characters all the time. But I wish I could. I think the best version of this is a redraw, right? Of like, here's my Sonic OC, and now here's how I would draw my Sonic OC now. That would be amazing. But I don't think I have an old picture. But yes, I agree. Everyone should draw their Sonic OCs. Cringe is dead. Sonic OCs are back in. It's great. Sounds like a perfect Friday stream. Before Geekenders, this Friday before Geekenders, should we all draw Sonic OCs? And then we can rock on up into Geekenders and be like, "Hi Jesse. If you had a Sonic OC, what would they look like?" That would be very good. Mine was a fox. You probably won't be shocked to know that. My OC was a fox. Who was good at everything because I was a kid, and when you're a kid, you just want your original character, like your self-insert, to be a Mary Sue so bad. Like, they have to be good at everything. I know. Which is weird because I hate foxes. I was never crazy about Sonic. Maybe it was because my baby brothers got there first and therefore it wasn't cool. Maybe. Yeah, my brother was not into Sonic whatsoever, but he was 11 years older than me, so. I know, the TB tribute is really sweet. Yeah, my brother was Mario and Mortal Kombat. Oh, but when he was like a kid, it was He-Man. Remember that he's like almost 50 now. So yeah, his early stage stuff was like He-Man. So I've talked about this before, but the only Sonic game that I really poured a lot of time into was Sonic and Knuckles. Again, because I loved Knuckles. But I was obsessed with the comics and the shows. I knew that the games existed, but I was not good at them, and I didn't enjoy playing them for the most part. But I religiously bought and read every single comic. I kept all of them. And I watched both of the shows that were running at the time. Bro, when you're playing Sonic, especially as a kid, when you're playing Sonic and you're like picking up speed and you feel awesome and then you run into something and it just takes all of your momentum away, you want to walk away. And I did. I would just walk away. Because it pissed me off so bad. Sonic always felt bad to play as a kid. I couldn't progress. And my kid tried playing a Sonic game recently, and it was the same shit. It was the exact same shit where she'd be like going fast and feeling cool, and then she'd, you know, like do the fucking where he like skids to a halt, and then you're like, all my speed. You're like, there's a loop there. How am I supposed to do that loop now, Sonic? God damn it. Anyway, I was very quick to be like, yeah, I wasn't good at these games either, kiddo. And I'm still not good at them. Serotonin evaporating. Literally. Like, oh my God, I feel so cool. I'm going so fast. I jumped at just the right time. I hit that little robot and it turned into a bunny. I love this shit. And then it won't even necessarily be an enemy. It won't be like dynamic or anything. Maybe for some reason you just lose speed or he just skids to a halt or like, and you're just like, fucking, that's the game. Yeah. That's why I don't play it. Anyway, sorry, this was a long-winded answer to what was your favorite Sonic game. Sonic and Knuckles. Thank you. Sometimes you just realize there's a game that no matter how beloved it is, it's just not for you. And also, I'm here to say hello and welcome to my TED Talk. You don't have to like the Sonic games to have been a huge Sonic fan. You don't have to have collected every comic or watched the show all the time to have loved Sonic. You could just be like, man, these characters are sick. I love them. Okay, great. Yeah. Sonic gatekeeping done. Cringe is dead. Gatekeeping is dead. We're moving forward, everybody. I thought Tails was real cool. He's just a fun little guy with a helicopter tail. Forecast Gray, were you the one that sent that comic where it's all the Sonic characters except their like actual sizes if they were animals? I thought that shit was so funny. It was so funny because it's like a tiny little hedgehog, a little echidna, and a gigantic fox. And they're like, oh no, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. It's so funny. I could just eat them. Yes, that one. He's like, guys, you know, I could just, and they're like, shh, Tails, you're the nerdy dorky one. We'll handle this. But Tails is like huge. Oh, it's the thing that you sent in the box? Wait a sec. A Sonic thing that you sent in the box? Wait, did I unbox it? I don't recall this. There were a lot of things in there, though, so I might be misremembering. The comic. The comic. Oh! The actual comic that you sent. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yes, I remember this now. God. Yes, it was an actual comic in a sleeve. I was so set on... So here's what happened mentally, right? Was I recently saw a Sonic webcomic that is that goof, where it's Sonic and Knuckles, like actual animal size, and then Tails as a gigantic fox next to them. And so even though it had progressed into... It's a comic that I sent in the box, I was still imagining a webcomic. So I was like, a webcomic that got sent in the box that was like printed out? Maybe? I just couldn't connect the dots properly. I've done so now. I have done so now. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Yes. I put a little Snufkin there, by the way. It's living a good life. Both of the mushroom toys have been stolen by my child. One of them I stole back and put into a cute jar. And she was like, how did you find that? I thought I hid that really well. I was like, so you are hiding them from me? She was like, I just like them. very silly. But earrings in the tray. Earrings in the tray. Earrings in the tray. No, we have a deal right now, which is, homie, you have so many stuffed animals. If you want another stuffed animal, you're gonna have to go through the stuffed animals you have. I swear, every place we go, she's like, oh my gosh, look at that little stuffed squirrel. I have to have it. I'm like, bro, the second that you donate some, because Lord knows you don't play with all of these or care that much about all of them. The second you donate some, great. Reminds me of a certain someone with a lot of mugs. Yeah, and I got rid of almost all of them, didn't I? Only took you 5 years? What are you talking about? I'm saying I had 100+ mugs, downsized to, what, 12? 2 of them broke on the way here. So then I had 10. More of them broke. I'm saying, if you're trying to be like, well, you're setting a bad example, fuck you, no, I'm not. I actively get rid of shit in front of her all the time. Thank you very much. Who's breaking the mugs? Sam has dropped quite a few. And no, I don't think it's like the weird toxic thing where a partner breaks stuff on purpose because they don't want it in the house anymore. He just has butterfingered a couple of mugs. Yeah, he goes, bam! And then it shatters and he goes, oh no! Oh God, what have we done here? No, Sam does offer solutions that make sense. He was like, why don't you in your office, you should just like get or make one of those little racks that has like big hooks on them, and then you can display some of your favorite mugs in your office. And I was like, that's a really great idea. I should do that. That's a great idea. I thought you were going to say use them as plant pots. Anytime one of my mugs gets a crack in it, we use it to hold crafts. So I try to, because, you know, we're the sort of house where it's like we have washable markers, unwashable markers, Posca pens. We have, you know, ballpoint glitter pens, regular ballpoint pens, pencils, color pencils, twistable crayons, normal crayons, right? We just everything. And it's lovely and I love it. So anytime one of our mugs gets hurt in a way where I'm like, well, liquids can't go in there anymore. It is very easy to be like, and now this is for the safety scissors. This is the safety scissors mug now. Huzzah! You know, what's a twisted crayon? Oh, they're great. Oh my God. Twisted crayons are the fucking best. They're so great. Dude, I love that. Anyways, they're like this long And there's a crayon inside, and you just twist the bottom and it pushes the crayon out. So they don't break in half and shit all the time. It's great. I wish I had one in here. I'd show you so that you knew how great they work. Yeah, it twists up like lipstick, exactly, but it's a crayon. I had never seen these before, and then we went to an Italian restaurant, and they, I guess, were fancy and didn't just give us like weird little broken crayons to color with, and instead brought over like a little thing with a few different twist crayons in it. And Clark and I were both like, what the fuck? These are amazing. What the shit? So the next time we went to the craft store, there was just a set of like 20 of them. And I was like, here we go. Here we fucking go. Gonna go ahead and buy that. So what are those hex things? These, they're sticky on one side so that they can just push up against the wall. And then it's cork. I have tons of pins. And so does my kid. So we got a set of these. So she has some of these in her bedroom, and I have some of these in my office. And I've started putting pins on them so that they're not just in a little zip bag like they have been for 4 years. What would you like to order? The fancy crayons. Yeah. Hello. Yes. I do know what I want to eat, but first, where did you buy these? Hello, everybody. Welcome. You're how Clark wound up with that many pins, dude. They're great though. Points. I can't get over the pronunciation of crayons. People do love to bitch at each other about how they say crayons. That's true. Guess how I say caramel? I say caramel. Do you like that? Is that tasty? So you say it normal. There we go. My people in chat. I think some people prefer that you pronounce the O. So like crayons. Who's got the time? I don't got the mouth space for that shit, you know? Yo, Lee, thank you for the 10 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. See, the reason the reason that we're all goofing and laughing though is because it doesn't matter, because there are different accents And people say things in different ways, and it doesn't matter. It might sound grating to you, or it might be a pronunciation that stands out really harshly to you, and that's fine. But it doesn't mean it's wrong or that there's anything that matters about it. So we're not gonna come out and be like, yeah, but the people who say caramel are also stupid. Tone it down, guys. Sure, that's a good I don't know how I don't know if saying it's fine because all people are stupid. I don't know if that's if that's the right energy to go with, but you know what? Sure, yeah. Who cares? We're all a bunch of dum-dums anyway. I don't like the American version of niche. I'm trying to think of another way to say niche. Niche? Niche? Okay, no, I just said that it's fine. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say niche instead of niche. That was a trap. Make it rhyme with cliche just for fun. Yes, I believe we all have our own niche, don't we? It's very good. Oh, you know, there are some words, not to stay on this topic for much longer, because it's pointlessly divisive, but there are a few words that because I hear them said a specific way here so often, I stumble over them every time. Scones is one. So I grew up saying scones, but here they say scones. And I love a scone. So I order them a lot, and I always trip over it because there's a weird like mental thing that happens in a split second. That's like, do I, they already know I'm American. Do I just say it the American way and possibly have somebody like giggle? or do I adjust? Right. That's fair. That's fair. Some places in England, they also say scones, but the area I'm in, it's scone all day. Yeah, I've talked about this before, but it's free. Thank you. I've talked about this before, but I think about this so much more than Sam does. Sam experienced something similar, but not quite the same in America. A lot of the changes Sam made were because no one could understand a fucking word he was saying, right? That's not my issue. Everybody understands me for the most part. The changes that I make are either because I've started hearing a particular pronunciation so often, or out of just sort of like a subconscious urge to like, you know, a lot of times we want to conform for like communal reasons, right? So there's a part of my brain that's like, I should say this the way that the people around me are saying this thing. And then eventually it becomes more habitual to say it that way. From Sam's point of view, Sam thinks that I should just double down on the American way to say stuff. Because, like I was saying, because he's like, you are American. You are American. So, like, you don't have to change the way that you're saying stuff. But, I don't know. But there's a part of me that's like, that doesn't want to miscommunicate. I worry a lot about miscommunicating. But something that has helped, honestly, is a lot of times if Clark is given the option to say it the way that her dad and all of her friends say it, or to say it the way that I say it, she'll pick the way that I say it. And I don't know why, but there's something very sweet about it. Like with glasses, when she got her glasses. And she was like, Mommy, everybody at school says glasses, but I don't want to say that. I want to say glasses. And I was like, honey, you can say it however you want. She was like, I'm going to say glasses, I think. Yeah, someone was saying that the triple down would be to choose random words and kind of like niche to pick some random words and just decide on a wrong pronunciation for them and act like it's normal and see if anyone calls me out on it. I'm going to try to say niche like that forever. I wonder if I could normalize that for myself. I wonder how long it would take for somebody to be like, that's not, what are you doing? That's not the way that that's pronounced. How long would it take, do you think? Yes, I agree. Americans also talk slower than English people do. According to the English people in my life. The area of America that I came from, we have what's called the standard American accent. And we don't talk particularly fast. And it is the most commonly used American accent on TV, right? So for the most part, I think there's been one situation where somebody was not sure what I was saying since I've moved here. Everybody always knows what I'm saying, right? It's not the issue that Sam had at all when he was in America. Pronounce lasagna like champagne. Lasagne. I think that one might be too hard. Lasagna is the one that that I like to do. Have a little lasagna with the girls. Yeah. Oh my God. Go watch some of Sam's earlier videos, like before he moved to America for a while. His accent's way stronger. Yeah. I don't know where Sam grew up. Really? Like where he was living when he was little. But his whole family is Cockney. They're all from London. So like his grandparents have a much thicker accent. His mom and dad, I don't think have that thick of an accent, but as we've discussed, English people that have a really thick accent typically code switch, right? People out here are very, very good at being like, oh, I need to speak more clearly, and just sort of swapping to a really like bland accent so that everybody understands each other, you know? Takes out tiny monocle. Anyways, yeah. I was saying yesterday that I went to a place with my kid yesterday where I met two different people. They were just very sweet interactions. One of them was a kid who was working at a coffee shop, a place that we got coffee at, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're American. My mom's from America. We visit America all the time. I, grew up here, but I have a lot of American family members and stuff." And so he was basically like an older version of Clark, right? And so we were chatting, and I was like, "Oh, that was really nice." And then another lady that worked there came over to be like, "I lived in America for 5 years at a military base." And she was like, "I heard you talking about like how you're having trouble making friends and how like, strange it is to be experiencing like culture shock even though you speak the same language and stuff." And she was like, "I totally know what you're talking about. I experienced the same thing going to America." And like, I don't know. It was just very like two very sweet interactions with people that were just that I wasn't expecting at all. But yeah. And then something that's been happening a lot lately is I'll have a conversation with somebody and my kid will, just patiently sit while I'm talking. And then once they leave, she'll be like, "Okay, what was that conversation about?" She'll like follow it as best she can. And then after they're gone, be like, "Wait, please sum that up for me." Which is cute. Like having to explain a movie. Yeah. I was talking to... Gosh, I'm trying to remember what things I said earlier today and what things I said on stream yesterday. I was talking to a friend that I've known since I was a kid. And we were talking about how weird it is that she's never met my kid and I've never met her husband. I was like, that's so strange, right? Like, we've known each other since we were like 13, but we've had this huge chunk of time where we've kept in touch, but we just haven't interacted with like the important people in each other's lives, And I was trying to sum up what Clark is like. And I was like, yeah, she's 6. She's like creative, amazing little dickhead. And, and my friend was like, I would love to meet your dickhead child. So those things that, like, out of context, somebody would be like, you can't say that about your kid. What the fuck? But, you know. She's sassy. And we encourage the sassiness. I like the sassiness a lot. I do the same thing when my friends speak Arabic. I catch a few odd words. I get the gist, but then afterwards I have them explain it to me. Does she understand Sam's family well? Or do they code switch for her? Oh, she can, yeah, she can understand the accents out here just fine. I think it's very normal. It's just like, I know what everyone is saying. I can't, you know, speak for sure about her experience as a kid listening to a bunch of adults talking, right? But like, it's not that she doesn't understand what we're saying. It's that she has trouble following the concepts, or she doesn't know the context of things that we say. So then she'll ask for like a follow-up, like, so wait, what exactly happened there, kind of a thing, you know? I was trying to explain to her there are things that kids do and the way that they communicate that you have to sort of like talk through with them why it does or doesn't work. And I think a lot of kids have a stage that they have to work through that's like a logic point A to point B sort of thing when communicating with another person. They forget often that you have no idea what's going on in their head. Right? So something that we've been working on a lot is like, you have to set up the situation before you ask a question, right? So an example might be, we're sitting, we're drawing pictures together. And then she will say something like, where do you think he got that? And I'll go, who? And she'll get frustrated. Like, what do you mean who? Right? It's fascinating because then you have to be like, remember, anything you didn't say out loud, I have no idea what's going on, right? So I'll give like examples. I'll give like follow-up examples of like, okay, so something you could have said instead is, I was just thinking about so-and-so, and I was wondering how he would do this, right? And so she's been getting a lot better at being like, I was just thinking about this, or yesterday this happened, and now I'm thinking about this, you know? I think a lot of people are like that. I think so too. So it'd probably be good to try and encourage more descriptive communication now to circumvent frustrations down the line. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think sometimes adults worry that if they admit that they don't know something or aren't sure about something, that they like lose like credibility with a child. But I think it's so valuable to remind them, like, I actually don't know, right? We've now come to the other side where if I try to be like, I'm your mom, I know everything, she'll be like, no, you fucking don't. You know? Oh my God. If you have a kiddo in your life that is like, I don't know, we'll say 6 or older. I don't think that she would have excelled at this earlier than 6 years old. So I bought the first Myrtle book. Any of you who have done Myrtle, they're like little logic puzzle murder mysteries. And so it's a whole book of them, right? And I hadn't done one in a long time, and we had a power outage. I was like, Clark, do you want to do a Myrtle with me? And she was like, sure. It's so fun. It's so fun to do with a little kid because so the way that it's set up is it'll give you a blurb, and then it'll give you suspects. So like the really simple ones are like 3 suspects, 3 locations, 3 weapons, right? Kind of Clue style. And then it'll give you clues and evidence. So you read through that, and then using the evidence and what you know about these people, places, and things, you eliminate possibilities or confirm possibilities. So it might be something like, Reginald Dawson truly hated the man who got the award. And then from there, you could say, okay, so that means he didn't have the award, right? One of the items that somebody could have had as a murder weapon is the award, right? So, okay, so he hated whoever had the award, which means he doesn't have the award, right? Like, it's stuff like that. It is so fun to do that with a little kid because you have to like really slowly piece it together for them. And when they figure it out and you high five, oh my God, it's electric. It's so great. Because it is literally like, Reginald Dawson was really jealous of the person who had the award. So what does that tell us? And she was like, that Reginald Dawson killed the person with the award. And I'm like, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Back up a little bit. Remember, all we're trying to figure out here is who has what and where were they, right? She's like, right. Like, okay, so if we're trying to figure out either where he was or what he has or doesn't have, what can we glean from this piece of evidence? And she's like, that an award wasn't used to kill a guy because Reginald Dawson was jealous of the person with the award. So he was looking at the award. I'm like, I love that. I love this train of thought. But no, back up. keep backing up. Keep backing up a little bit. It's great. It's really fun. And eventually you get to, like, if someone else had the award, could Reginald Dawson have had the award? Think about it. It's fun. It's very fun. Does she ever get frustrated not getting it quick enough? Yeah, I mean, all kids get frustrated, right? But I think if you're able to, it's kind of like with dogs. I feel like I watch a lot of dog training stuff now. I feel like a lot of dog training is like observing their body language and intercepting before it escalates to a behavior you don't want, right? And I feel like sometimes that's what it's like with kids. Like, if you see the seeds of frustration, trying to figure out, like, do I let them be frustrated? Or do I intercept with just a tiny bit more information? My kid's old enough now that generally I can be like, do you want a hint? You know? And sometimes she does want a hint and sometimes she doesn't. So who was the murderer? I'm at the edge of my seat. On that one? Okay, on that one, it was... The suspects were 3 people that were going to potentially win an award. The potential places were on stage, at the nominee table, and backstage. There was evidence that suggested that the person died backstage. So we needed to figure out who was backstage and then use the evidence to figure out what it was that that person had while they were backstage. And I believe it was, I don't remember his actual name, but it was Reginald Dawson with a heavy book. He beat that person to death with a heavy book backstage. So what I love about Myrtle, like the early ones are really simple. You get really good at them. You get pretty quick about them. But the characters are all recurring. And so, like, occasionally the person who died will be a character from like 20 puzzles ago. And you're like, oh, no. So, like, Reginald might be dead in a future puzzle. Who knows, you know? Anyway, Myrtle's fun. It's cute. It's got a through line. It starts off pretty simple and then gets more and more intense and complex. But there's also, much like Wordle, right? There's a daily Myrtle, I think, that goes up on a website. I've never done them. I've only done the ones in the book. Maybe we should do one with chat. Should we do today's Myrtle? Wait, it might be too complex for me. Let's see. I haven't done any of the like really hard ones yet. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if it's hard today. It's pretty, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what I'll show you what it looks like. It looks a little different in the actual there we go. Hi. Huh? Okay, so, right, it's got the setup. So, Deductive Logica was awoken by a mysterious phone call. Inspector Iratino spoke in a whisper. Deductive Logica, there's been a murder at a luxury high-end international rich people prison. Only you can solve it because you put them away this week. When Deductive Logico arrives at the luxury high-end international rich people prison, he discovered with horror that the victim of the murder was none other than Inspector Iratino himself. Deductive Logico regretted all of the bad things he ever said about him, and he promised himself that he would solve this case and avenge his rival, antagonist, and friend. So, we've got our suspects. Viscount Eminence, the oldest man you've ever seen. It said he outlived all his sons and he was born before his father. He's 5'2", left-handed, gray eyes, brown hair, and Pisces. So it gives you like a little blurb about each person. Gorgeous and stunning, maybe not all there in the brains department, or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Or maybe she wants you to think that that's what she wants you to think. Only her pet poodle knows, right? So you got all of your suspects. The possible weapons, a shiv made from a Mont Blanc. You could stab someone or sign a contract ending their life. The ink is pricey. A rope of designer clothes. A rope is only as strong as its weakest length. You should hope the Gucci holds. And then locations. The private suite, the spa, the tennis court, the movie theater, the Michelin star cafeteria, and the guard tower. So you get that, right? Suspects, weapons, and locations. Then you have your actual evidence that you need to look through and then eliminate stuff, okay? So this fingerprint, oh, right here. This is the fingerprint that Logico discovered right here. Compare it to the recorded fingerprints of each suspect. Ooh, that's fun. This fingerprint was found in the guard tower. So we can look at all of these. So it looks like it would be Chef Aubergine, right? So then we could say, so Chef Aubergine was in the guard tower. Oh my God, which one is it? Oh, good. The Duchess, Chef Aubergine, and then you scroll down. Wait. Oh, I can't scroll down on this. Wait a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, Chef Aubergine was in the guard tower. So we figure out which one that is. Movie theater. Guard tower. Boom. Okay. So now we know nobody else was in the guard tower. And also Chef Aubergine was not anywhere but the guard tower, right? So that's the way that you like work your way through it. Does that make sense? It's fun. A stain from a very expensive ink was found indoors. Okay, so some of these locations are going to be indoor locations and some of them are going to be outdoor. So you would be able to say like maybe, you know, depending, like the stain is going to be at an indoor location. And the stain would be associated with the pen, most likely. So it's that sort of stuff. It's called Myrtle. And there are books of it. There's Myrtle books. We have the first one. And it's very good. Oops. Wrong. Hi. This is with only 2 variables. The one with 3 variables are so much harder. Yeah, they get more complex for sure. Rich People Present has their own chef. So fancy. Yeah, the descriptions are like kind of the best part. I was this is not associated with the Myrtle thing at all, but I'm realizing there's kind of a through line here. I saw a video where people got one of those like solve a cold case at home, you know, like games that people make. And they had everybody show up dressed up as a hard-boiled detective. And I was like, I want to do that so bad. That would be so fun. I feel like it feels like one of those things though where like the people you invite have to have the right vibe. Like who's gonna commit to that, you know? Well, we've got like a giant cork board in our dining room now. Perfect for putting mugshots on. And we all know I've got string, so. Be very fun. Yeah, red string ready, dude. We have to shop DOOGER in the sunny meme. Yeah. Yes. Wait, what would it? Wait. He's got one hand up like this. That thing, yeah. You have to periodically scream. What does it all mean? Yeah. If no one walks into the house going, what have we got? I'll be really upset. Talk to me. I need somebody to walk in with that energy. Would Sam be the victim? It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be like a home murder mystery. It would be one of those sets that you get that's like that's just like you solve a mystery things. But sure, yeah, he'd also be dead. The Columbo. Wait, just one more thing. I plan to have a unlit cigarette hanging out of my mouth the whole time. Yeah, oh my God, yes. It's actually a lollipop and I pull it out and I go, just quit yesterday. There we go. Yes, absolutely. Trying to quit those damn things. Yeah, everybody who comes in gets a complimentary fedora and a tie. That would actually be really funny. just go to like a thrift store, get a bunch of ties. Everybody that walks in gets to pick a tie. Mm-hmm. Yes. No, I've never done a mystery dinner where it's like everybody gets a character and you have to like play your character, and I've never done that. I bet it's so fun though. Someone needs to do the IRL noir VO, and you guys pretend you can't hear it. Oh my gosh, that's reminding me of Nomad's character in Neon Divide. That was his whole thing. Was that he would mute himself and then do a detective monologue. So like so we wouldn't hear it, obviously, because he was muted for us, but his chat could hear him doing a monologue. Oh my goodness. An American Girl mystery? Oh my god. I would have died as a kid to go to that. Hi, Fire Seal. Have you seen the video where it's Death Note with the internal monologue removed? No, but that sounds amazing. Yeah, I think you really have to. How expensive are flasks? Look, like if you wanted to really go like balls out, right? And do a do a party where the theme is that everybody shows up as a hard-boiled detective, right? It would be hilarious for everyone to have whatever they decide to drink, alcohol or not, have it in flasks. Everybody gets a tie when they walk in. There's like weird, like Dick Tracy jazz in the background. I feel like it depends on how many people were showing up. Hats might be too much of an expense, but it depends. We did that for a birthday earlier this year. A fake mustache was required for entry. I love that. I love that. That's so good. But again, the energy of that is very specific. There are people that I think would do great at like logicking through a murder mystery game, but would they show up in a fake mustache? I don't think so. So which is more important to me? I think the fake mustache is more important to me, you know? I think the commitment to the bit would be more important for me. Who am I inviting? Who's gonna commit to the bit? I don't care if it takes us 6 hours to figure out this first clue. Did you commit to the bit or not? Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm not here trying to pretend like I can solve this shit by myself. I can't. I need you. But I need you in a mustache. So. You don't have to keep the mustache on all night. That would not be a requirement. But you have to enter with a dumb little sticker on your face. Even if you rip it off within like 5 minutes. Walk in with the mustache sticker, dude. What if I wore the mustache as a unibrow? I just need it here at first. And then feel free to rip it off and put it here. Yes. I'll have one of those plastic ones that clips into your nose that hurts like a bitch. And I'll be like, finally, I can take off my mustache. Take it off, and there's like an actual spirit glued mustache on underneath it. Mm-hmm. I hate those. Which? The plastic ones? I hate the plastic ones. Mm-hmm. Now, if you could go 3 mustaches deep, that would be the real shit. If you are a person who's able to grow facial hair, okay, here you go. Here's what we do, okay? I can't do this. But if you're able to have a Poirot itty bitty thin mustache of your for reals hair, okay? Just itty bitty one. Then sticker on top, okay? Sticker mustache on top. And then plastic clip and mustache. 3 layers deep of stashes. It would be so worth it. I don't know when the perfect moments are to reveal the mustache underneath. That would be up to you. But. And if you wanted to go 4 deep, okay. Months before the party, you get a tattoo. You get a tattoo of a mustache. Okay. You have to make sure that it heals all the way, all right? And you need to make sure that no one sees it before hair grows back in so that they don't know about, okay? You got to commit, all right? Are we committing to the bit or not, okay? So you get the tattoo. You get the tattoo, and then you get the real mustache, and then you get the sticker, and then you get the plastic, all right? Okay, fantastic. I expect a follow-up. I need to know how this goes, because I know one of you will do it. Yeah. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go shave this off. You go into the bathroom, you shave it off, you come out, but there's still a mustache there and it's a tattoo? You'd win. I don't know what you'd win. I don't know that anybody else was competing with you. It really depends, again, on the energy in the room. But God, how great would that be? It would be life-altering and so stupid. You're welcome. A temporary tattoo and put it on in the bathroom. That's better. I guess that's better. Yeah. a mustache on your finger to hold up. I have a friend with that tattoo. Yeah. Is it commitment if it isn't permanent and lifelong? I don't know. Oh, God. Well, that's us. Good job, everybody. I know some people that love the finger mustache and others that regret it. I would never get that. I enjoy when someone has it, though. So... when does this stop being a bit? I don't know. Is life a bit? Because then it's all a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of us. We've really spitballed some good stuff the last few days, dude. I pitched the haunted maze to Sam. And he likes the idea of the maze. But I think I lost him when I started trying to go into the pitch of, and it's a haunted petting zoo and somebody's dressed as a giant rat. He didn't like that. I think he checked out immediately the second it started to turn into, and so here's the story, here's the lore, here's what's gonna happen here. Let me pitch it to any of you who weren't here for the pitch when it was being developed. Here we go. Benji, stay here. I have to pitch this, okay? Ready. So here's the concept, right? I was like, I used to make props and costumes for a haunted house. I would love to do a haunted maze. I'm putting that in quotation marks because all of the kids that would be using it would be 6 and under. And I don't think it should be an actual maze. I think it would be just like a little walkthrough, right? So, and I also don't want it to be legitimately scary. I just want it to be spooky themed, okay? So my pitch was, all right, so there's lots of different ways that we could make this maze. I think I've settled on a way to like make the structure of it that would make sense. But here's the concept, okay? I was like, I think it should be like a spooky petting zoo. So we choose different like animals and monsters and things that are associated with Halloween and have the kids walk through, and there are different, you know, like little stuffed versions of these animals or whatever. One of my pitches was like, one of the rooms could be like a werewolf room, like we can use like, you know, Peach's kennel and stuff and be like, oh, there used to be a wolf here, but it escaped, right? And we can have like torn, like ripped up stuff on the walls and stuff and like howling in the background. It'd be cute, right? So then I was like, one of the animals should be rats, but they should be like rats. They should be like rats that have been experimented on, and now they're big brain rats, right? So I was like, I could get stuffed rats and then little brains and have it like, they've got like little machines attached to their heads that make their brains huge, right? So they're like super smart rats. And then you reveal by the time you get to the end, it's revealed that the place is being run by rats, that they've taken over, that whatever terrible humans were like experimenting on these rats, they're gone now, right? By the time you get to the end, there's a giant rat, and the giant rat is like, lay down on the table. And there's a table, but it's like Captain America style, where it's not this way, it's this way, right? It's like leaning up against the wall. And if you're brave enough, and if you lay on it, if you lean up against it, it flips around and shoots you into a back room. And in the back room, there's a scientist, and he's like, quick, the rats, they want to destroy all the humans. You gotta flip a switch. If you flip the switch, then you walk back through, and all of the rats have just been replaced with normal stuffed rats. Oh, I forgot. Also, at the beginning, there's a giant rat that's dressed as a grandma that gives you your tickets. And then you're like, that's weird. But then by the time you get to the end, you're like, oh, it's because the rats are running this place. I was like, dude. My thoughts, it's literally perfect. Thank you. So that's my pitch. That's my pitch. And while I was talking about it, I think it was on Friday. While I was talking about it on Friday, I was like, here's the issue. Is I know if I was a 6-year-old, right? Like, let's be generous. Let's say that we're one of the oldest kids. If I was Clark's age, I would be so horrified, but also the experience of walking through and having all these rats be there, and then you flip a switch, and when you go back through, all of the rats are just normal rats. That would fuck with me so bad. Like, as an adult, obviously you'd know that all of them just got swapped out by the grown-ups in this situation before they came back through. But like, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, how did you do that, dude? You know? So anyway, I think what it's actually going to be is just a walkthrough with fun Halloween animals. But I just need you all to know what it could have been if I was brave enough, you know? But that's you know what? I think for now, we can start planting the seeds, okay? So that when the kids are bigger, we can introduce giant rat. Maybe it might be a little too early for giant rat. But there's gonna be a sweet spot, because at a certain point we're gonna blink and they're gonna be old enough that they think big rat is like cringe. So at what age can there be big rat? I don't know. I don't know, but I think I agree. I think Grandma Rat should still be there. I think there should still be a giant rat dressed as a grandma that gives them their tickets to go into the Halloween petting zoo, right? I think that's good. And then we'll place little rats with brains in random spots, but there won't be any follow-up on it. Yeah, the rats are supposed to be like pretending to be people, or at least the grandma rat is. I just need to make a story arc that later in life, my kid and her poor friends that she's convinced to come do her mom's haunted maze, that over time they'll be like, do you remember when your mom used to do those weird rat mazes? That's all I want, really. Yeah. Oh, and then somebody was like, at the end of it, they should get a little award that says you were very brave, which I think is very wholesome. Oh yeah, oh my god. If I make all of these rats with little brains, one of the rats with a brain is gonna be, it's gonna be like our Elf on the Shelf, except so much better. I hate Elf on the Shelf, but I love the idea of having a little brain rat that I just kind of like put in the house sometimes. Like it's watching us all year. Mm-hmm. He's just a nice little brain rat. He just wants to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. Sam didn't say no. Sam checked out the second that I tried to like over theater it, you know? When it was just, I think it would be fun to make a little maze. He was like, that would be fun. It's a cute idea. And then once I was like, and so when you walk in, there's a rat dressed as a human grandmother. He was like, and I'm done. Checked out now. Not listening anymore. Call your coffee shop friends to help. Oh my gosh. Like, guys, I know we've had one conversation, but like, you're a teen, right? This poor dude working at the coffee shop. Hi, you're a teenager, I think. Do you want to dress as a rat dressed as a grandmother? How much do they pay you here? I'll double it. Mm-hmm. Right now you're just earning human money. You could be earning rat money, which we all know is worth more. Mm-hmm. I have no idea what this conversation is about. I joined halfway through, but I hope you enjoy your brain rat grandmother. Thank you. I already am. She doesn't even exist yet, and I'm already enjoying her a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then again, full circle. Are we committing to the bit or not? You could be getting the real cheddar. Yeah, that was good. I have a pitch for you. Yeah, I have a pitch for you, but you have to sign an NDA. I can't let my competitors hear about this. You know, I was gonna say that, but it felt a little dark. Cupcake said you could taxidermy the rats on the farm. That's true. It's a horrible idea, but you're right. I think it'd be less traumatizing if they're just stuffed rats. But are we committing to the bit or not? I don't want to make anyone sick. I feel like if committing to the bit means endangering myself or others, then maybe the bit shouldn't be committed to, you know. Can you make your own cheddar? Do you have the means to get cow milk? Yes, we live next to a dairy. I don't know how to make cheddar, but I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed. Versio works fast. There's already rat fan art. Oh my god. Yes! Yes. Exactly this. Exactly that. Yes. Halloween is coming up. You better get to work. Yeah. I know. That's the thing, right? As if I'm gonna do it, I have to start like now. Step one is getting the canopy, I think. Shoes was like, I built a thing. Shoes is also a little theater weirdo, and was like, I built a thing that's sort of like what you're talking about, and we used a pop-up canopy and then built the walls inside of the canopy, which I think is so smart. Making cheddar at the Rat Cafe. There's so many concepts we could do. So, again, in my mind, it was like, oh, hold on. How many rooms did I plot out for this thing? So you walk in, you meet Grandma. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Small areas, really small areas. And then the exit. So it would be 6 different, like, themed rooms that sort of like flow into each other. I'm really committed to the idea of one room having bats all over the ceiling. And the last couple of rooms I want like torn up, like werewolves escaped and destroyed stuff on their way out, right? But beyond that, I'm not totally sure. One of the ideas that we sort of like collaboratively came to that I love is doing that mirror trick, where things look kind of like a ghost, having barrels that you can look into with little skeleton fish swimming around, but it's actually like a video reflected with a mirror. So it looks like there's little weird like skeleton fish swimming around in the Pepper's ghost, yes, swimming around in a barrel. I think that would be so sick. And somebody was like, oh, you could do a similar sort of a thing and have 2 little LEDs like poking out of certain areas to make it look like eyeballs, or like watching the kids while they're walking around, which would be cute. So like maybe one of the rooms has like lots of like trees and foliage in it or something. and we can hide like eyeballs in there, and there can be signs that are like, oh, what animal would it be though? Whatever animal it is, having signs that are like they're shy, sort of a thing. Pepper's ghost. So it's a like reflection trick that you can do to make a ghost, but it's obviously not a real it's not a real ghost. It's an illusion. You like use a mirror to reflect something in a way where it looks like it's sort of like floating there. Let me see if I can find a diagram. Oh, it's actually kind of hard to find like a thing that shows what it looks like. I guess, again, because it's like a light reflection, so it's not super easy to take a picture of. Ooh. This is sort of a good explanation. This. So the actual thing is on the phone, but then it's like it's reflected up into the plexiglass, right? And so it looks like it's just kind of like a weird floating thing there, but it's not. Does that make sense? So that's like yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, you know, the Pepper's ghosts that were in Star Wars. The question would be whether or not you could do that in a barrel with water. I think it would have to be an empty barrel, but then you need light for the illusion to work. We'd have to mess around with it. Necromaxing. Yeah. I'll take the little map that I drew and try to plot out what each room would be, and then try to be honest with myself on whether or not I think it's doable. Because sometimes I feature creep with ideas. I don't know if I've ever said hi and chatted here, but if there was no water in the barrel, would it imply there was water when the fish died if a ghost still swims in the air? I guess it's... In a perfect world, also hi. In a perfect world, I would want there to be water in there. But I think the water would mess with the illusion. So I'm wondering if the illusion would work better without water. But yes, I would prefer that there was water. It's just instinct for them to swim. So yeah, even as ghosts. I just came in. I'm so confused. I'm so sorry. I wish I could catch you up easily. You could paint the sides of the barrel to imply that there's water. Yeah, I don't know. These are really little kids. So I don't think it needs to be like a perfect illusion. I think they'll like it regardless, you know? Rat grandma is a core fixture. Rat grandma is locked in, dude. I'm so sorry to everybody who is just showing up. Rat grandma's locked in for sure. Rat grandma is there. Bats on the ceiling is there. Werewolves escaping is there. I really want the fish illusion. I think that shit would slap, but it's by far the hardest part, I think. A little blue-green light from the bottom is all that's needed to imply water. But this is a small, compact space. So it's not like the kids are going to be able to put their hands in stuff. This, it's flat on the back, which is so nice because I sleep on my side. I've never taken this out though. This is the exact piercing that I got it done with. These are my most recent piercing. This like second hole on the lobe, and they are so big now. You don't want to downsize too early, but I think I'm at the point now where I can downsize them because they just like, look at how much real estate there is there that just pushes out of my ear. They're huge. It's time, I think. Yeah, I can downsize now. Put an iPad under the fish tank. Water on top, video of skeleton fish from underneath. It's not a fish tank though, it's a barrel. I guess it could be a fish tank. I just feel like it wouldn't work with everything else that's going on. Could put a false bottom on the barrel, yeah. So the thing that's nice about like a Pepper's Ghost type illusion is that it looks like it's floating there. Right? It looks like it's floating somewhere. I like the idea of the kids looking in, and again, I would have to mess with this a lot to see like what works. I like the idea of the kids looking into the barrel and it looking like there's a fish swimming around in the middle of the barrel. I don't know exactly how to achieve that. A lid with a cutout that you can see through. That would be cute. That could be very cute, actually. Make it so they can like peep inside and see the fish. Oh gosh, it's just because, no, I keep turning the alerts off and on again. because they keep, even if I disable them, they keep accidentally playing during Geekenders. Stuff keeps, there keeps being like weird audio alerts and stuff that happen during Geekenders, even if I turn everything off. So I need to see if I can have a separate profile just for Geekenders, and maybe that way I could get around it. Dress up Crumble and throw him in there. He's the final boss of the walkthrough. Yeah, we'll put a little lion's mane on him and be like, look at this crazy monster. I would shit myself if I met Crumble in a dark corridor. Same. 100%. Consider my pants peed. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. It's past 3 o'clock. I just realized. It's been a while since I've caught a stream. How is Peach? She's good. Yeah. Her leg still hurts sometimes, but generally she's doing all right. We are trying to swap her to, not fully swap her, but she's having some raw food sometimes. And we've ruined her now. Nothing else is as good as raw food. She's like, you try to give her something else and she looks at us like, mother, what is this? What is this? Disgusting. So, yeah. It's like if you have a cat that has eaten primarily kibble and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to start giving you wet food sometimes. And then they're like, why isn't it wet food all the time? I don't want to hear you complain about the economy. Where's my wet food? Right? It's like that. Peach is a foodie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she hates when the kibble is wet, which sucks because everything that's like, here's ways to enhance kibble for your dog to make it more nutritious or whatever. It's always like, add some bone broth, add some this, add some that, right? She does not like that. She does not like that. Fortunately, we have chickens, and so we mix a raw egg in with her food sometimes. Loves that. Big fan of that. And she really likes yolk. She doesn't like peanut butter. She doesn't like pumpkin. These things, these like classic dog mix-ins. But she loves yogurt and like kefir. Loves both of those. So we mix a little bit of that into her food sometimes. But eggs, goddamn. Dog loves an egg. God, Peach, me too. It's like, to the extent that I've started watching videos of people making their own yogurt, because I'm like, I'm sick of buying yogurt already. I'm already over it. When I know it's like pretty easy to just make yogurt. I think I'm just gonna start making yogurt. Good thing we have a lot of eggs. Yeah, we always have surplus eggs, fortunately. I know, it's a good problem to have. So yeah, the cats hate eggs, hate them, but the dog loves them, so. It's mega easy, right? You just add yogurt to milk and it becomes yogurt. At the end of the day, that's basically it. Yeah, you want to create the right like environment for it to culture properly. But yeah, you get milk, you add some of the yogurt into the milk, and that good bacteria just thrives and turns the whole thing into yogurt. Yeah, so one of the people that I watch, sorry, I'll go in a second. One of the people that I watch has a farm, and she was like, yeah, one of our like standard mix-ins for our dog to add some extra hydration is raw milk straight from the cow. And I was like, I'm not even gonna look at the comments because I know a bunch of people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll just go get some raw milk straight from my cow for my dog. Are you gonna dress Peach up as a rat cast member for Halloween? I keep looking at okay, so there's two. I will be leaving in a second. There's two things that people do every autumn that I love, and I always want to do them and I never do. And maybe this is the year. Number one, family photos where everybody has a pumpkin on their head. I love that shit. I love that shit so much. They're so cute every time. I love it. Second one, putting a sheet on their dog and pretending they're a ghost dog. I love it. I love it. The problem is the best pictures of that are dogs that will just sit there. My dog could never. She could not. No, but we could get some really good action shots of a ghost running full speed across a field. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Yeah, just blurry, really blurry images. I saw a ghost, dude. What about a ghost chicken? Oh, shit. I could do ghost chickens pretty easily, I bet. All right. Okay. Let's wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all very much. That's it. That's my face quota for the week. Well, no, that's not true because we've got Sunforged. If you would like more Fache time. I'm on a D&D show every Sunday night called Sunforged that is DM'd by Joe Fudge, and it's great, and it's very fun. If you would like to watch that, that's tonight at 8:30 p.m. BST on twitch.tv/JoeFudge. Tomorrow, we will be back to our normal schedule, which is an 11 a.m. BST start time. Yeah, because my kiddo's back in school, so. Yippee! Alrighty, let's read our activity feed. Peripheral, thank you for the 54 months. Sir Destroyer for the 92. Kiera for the 6 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. I appreciate it. Light Genie, thank you for the 8. Tamber for the gifted subs. Thank you so much. If you were gifted a sub by Tamber Majoran or anyone else, quite a few people were gifting subs earlier. So make sure that you take the time to say thank you. It's very sweet. And welcome to the Cat Gang, everyone that was gifted a sub. Silas Dianthus, thank you for the 39. Chef Wombat for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Eclair for the 40. Sim Chucky for the 17. Suchi for the 52. Deacon, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. Mace Windu for the 33. Lee Scoresby for the 10 years. Happy anniversary. Happy 10 years, buddy. Thank you so much. Mika Muka, thank you for the 105. Unicorns Like a Boss for the 5 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Forecast Gray, the Plug Bear. Thank you both so much for the gifted subs. And Pineapple Mage, thank you for the 81. Thank you, guys. See you all at the next Sunday afternoon Dooger. Aw. Okay, let's see. Who's doing what right now? Anybody doing anything? Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum. I'm gonna send you guys to Martin. Let's go say hi to In the Littlewood. Go say hi, spread love and joy. I will see you guys tonight during D&D if you watch it. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Take care of yourselves and bye-bye.